very smart move. I respect the move by Trippie. YK Osiris says he's dodging him and all this, but YK Osiris, he does like have the body type of Floyd Mayweather when he was younger. Like, they do look similar. They'd probably be in the same weight class. They look a lot similar. I feel like if the fight happened, him and Trippie Red, you know, he'd be really quick. YK Osiris would be quick. He's speedy. He'd be dodging all over the place. But Trippie Red's just, he's stocky. They're both short. They're both probably fucking 5'5". They're so short. But Trippie Red's like stocky and a little bigger. You know, he's got those A cups and, you know, coming, and he has his shirt off all the time. So now that we lost Juice WRLD, rest in peace. Juice WRLD also repped the man boob A cup world life, you know, the community, the man boob A cup community, man boob crew, whatever you want to call us, man boob gang, A cup gang, whatever. You know, so they were proud of it, and it gives me inspiration to be proud of my little man boobs, my A cups. You know, Trippie Red gives me, he called himself Diesel in an Instagram live. It really made me feel good about myself, you know. You know, fuck it. So I just gotta be proud of my man boob A cups. I just gotta, you know, flaunt them, take my shirt off. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? I'm Diesel. I'm fucking Diesel. I don't care what you say. This ain't fat. This is heart and determination. That's what these A cups are. That's just good vibes, energy. Good stuff all around. It's not fat. It's fucking, I'm Diesel. I don't care. So yeah, Trippie, you know, helps the man boob community, the A cup, and I appreciate that. He's definitely not Diesel though, but he's stocky and bigger, and I just think he may be slower, he smokes a lot, he's not going to be quick, but YK Osiris can only dodge for so long, and Trippie, I think, would just catch him with one punch eventually. He'd probably swing and miss. I could picture wild punches swinging and missing, but he catches him with one in the face, and I think YK Osiris drops immediately and gets knocked out. No TKO, definitely a KO. I picture Trippie Red catching him with one eventually and just knocking him out, knocking him to the floor cold. Just one of those floorboard comes a statue and falls. Like, I picture Trippie Red catching him with a real big right hand. So left hand if he's left-handed, but I don't know, I think he's right. But yeah, I definitely picture Trippie Red catching him with a right and knocking him out. So YK Osiris, yeah, he may dodge for a while and dodge, dip, duck, and dodge, dive, dodge, dip, all of that, dodge. You know, he might do that for a while, but as we saw in his next fight, the Tory Lanez fight, all he needs to do is eventually trip or whatever, and the other guy's gonna catch him. So let's say we're going here, we got him knocked out by Lil TJAY, you know, losing to Trippie Red. He's 0-2. He goes to Tory Lanez. Now, this fight actually happened, and he said he tripped. It didn't really look like he tripped. It looked like he threw a punch, kind of missed and stumbled, and then Tory Lanez just went to town. You could tell he's never had any formal training as a boxer. He's not like a regular boxer. He's a street fighter. You could tell he's been in street fights, you know, and not with just women or what. Oh, no, that was DaBaby that hit the woman in the front row. Well, we'll get to DaBaby next, but yeah, Tory Lanez freaking, he started throwing those punches and they're heavy, all his weight. He actually left the ground, I think, when he connected with the punch. You know, he connects and he jumps up a little bit. They're just wild, those side shots you see in street fight. Yeah, Tory Lanez has definitely been in some fights. He can definitely use his hands. Tory's a fighter, and he just, yeah, he knocked the shit out of I even felt bad for YK Osiris there. He fell down, and man, did Tory, like 3 or 4 in the video, just shots. I don't know if they were hitting the head, or I think a couple were the body, but yeah, Tory Lanez fucked him up pretty bad there. Those punches, those were street fight punches. Those were the heavy street fight punches, I mean. I thought that's funny, like when it hits, he literally was throwing so much of his body weight, he left the ground, he hops a little bit. He was just punching him. So yeah, Tory Lanez, good by me. You could tell he's just been in street fighting, no training for these boxing matches at all, no formal training, but he's got that street fight training that just will to win a fight and just not lose. And yeah, he went to town on him when YK Osiris tripped. So that's why I think Trippie Red would catch him with a punch eventually. And Tory Lanez did catch him with a punch eventually. A few punches, 3 or 4 in a row. Very hard street fight punches too. So Tory Lanez won that clearly. YK Osiris, more excuses, he tripped, whatever. He also then fought Blueface. Blueface just looked like he was toying with him though. That one they were also just going in a circle doing stupid stuff. Blueface is, you know, he may not be the big fattest or whatever, or bulky, but he's like fucking 2 feet taller than YK Osiris. Literally, I think YK Osiris goes up to his belly button. I haven't said that word in a while, belly button. Whatever. Yeah, I guess that's still the term. Navel, I guess is the other term, but who wants to say that, right? It's belly button. So yes, YK Osiris literally is like mid-chest to Blueface. So it's like Blueface was just toying around with him. And how does Blueface has a fucking football field? I don't get how Blueface, like, can buy mansions of his. What did his album do? 12,000 units? I mean, I'm not even making fun of him. That's just facts. His album flopped. Jack Harlow outsold him with a 7-track EP. I think Blueface, I don't fully agree with Tekashi saying he's a one-hit wonder. Like, he's had a couple. I love Dead Lokes, and then he had Tatiana. And Blueface has done pretty well, but I think he's definitely already on the downside of his career. Like, people clearly weren't checking for his album. 12,000 were. But yeah, he's on the downside of his career, I think, already at a young age. Or he better figure out something, or just become a podcaster like Lil Xan. Lil Xan's music was falling off. You know, I don't know if it was ever on. He had one song that was it, but he's fallen off, so he has to move out of his downtown LA, move to like wherever the fuck he moved to, Chula Vista. I don't know. He moved way out, Corona or something. I don't know, but he moved way away, way far away. And was trying to become a podcaster, I think. I know he like interviewed Adam 22, but maybe then people realize that it takes Lil Xan 45 minutes to say one sentence. He probably, the intro, "My name is Lil Xan," was probably at least 5 minutes right there. He talks so hey, my name is Lil Xan. Like, I'm sober now, man. Like, I'm so happy I'm sober, and you know, I'm not on drugs anymore. So that's good. That's my Lil Xan impression. Pretty good, huh? Right? You know, I'm gonna fake my girlfriend's pregnancy now to get in the news. I just want people to talk about me still, because no one cares about me anymore. I fell off. I was never really on, but I fell off of somewhere. No one wants to listen to my music, so I'm trying to be a podcaster. That's my Lil Xan podcast impression. I don't know if that ever came out. I think they realized it was a terrible idea. He always says he's a celebrity, though. I guess, you know, stupid face tattoos. If that equals celebrity, then hey, I guess you got it. More power to you. But Blueface could be a podcaster. He's funny. Like, I'd watch Blueface's, though. He's funny. He should have, like, women on there doing stuff. He could do a quarantine radio, Tory Lanez type thing. Blueface has a career as a celebrity. He can actually do something. He can be a podcaster. I could see that. So Blueface won't go away, but I think his music is on the downslope, and he needed promotion too. So why not fight YK Osiris, even though they didn't really fight? I never saw a punch thrown. I don't know who won or lost. It looked like they were just dancing in a circle. And YK Osiris was, for some reason, dipping down lower. It's like, bro, you need to jump. Don't dip lower. You're already about fucking 4 feet smaller than him. Just, you gotta be jump. Like Dr. Dre said to Ja Rule, you gotta jump and swing up to hit me in the knees. So that's YK Osiris' Blueface fight. Blueface wins just because how would he not? YK Osiris would have to jump up to literally hit him in the face. So I have Blueface winning that fight. I bet my whole life savings. I'll double my whole life savings and bet 150 Blueface would win that one. I mean, the only down is Blueface has to punch down, so I think that still helps him. So whatever, it's a Blueface by a landslide. YK Osiris then, after losing all these fights, tries to fight DaBaby. Which, like I said, I mean, DaBaby's, he can beat up women in the front row of his concerts, people who touch him in a meet and greet, Cam Coldheart in a Louis Vuitton store, whether it was fake or real, and I think most of it was real, but the record label did probably give Cam Coldheart some money to make it, you know, more sensationalized, maybe to pull down his pants or whatever, just to sensationalize it and get it in the news and everything. And why wouldn't Cam Coldheart do it? I mean, I've never heard of him. He probably doesn't make a ton of money. He just pretends to, so they probably threw him a pretty big bag, and why not? Fuck it, I'll do it. He's in the news, like I said, all good press, or all press is good press, so whatever. I don't know about your pants at your ankles after you got beat up and you're wearing whitey tighties in a Louis Vuitton store and you're waking up from getting knocked out. Yeah, I don't know if that's good press. I think that we can slot in bad press. I feel like that's pretty sure that's bad press, but hey, whatever, you know, it's not for me to judge, I guess, or it is, but I say it's bad press, but I guess I would never know who the fuck Cam Coldheart is if he didn't get in that fight and everything, and didn't have that image of him with his pants down in a Louis Vuitton store now in my head. At any moment, we can all picture how embarrassing and it was. So I guess Cam Coldheart did, you know, now we know who he is, and yeah, he's known for getting beat up and knocked out in a Louis Vuitton store, but at least we know him. So hey, maybe he's laughing all the way to the bank. You cashed that check from DaBaby's record label, so he is laughing all the way to the bank. I think it was somewhat real. So DaBaby is, I think, a fighter. He would have, you know, I don't know how tall, or he's bigger though, and I think DaBaby for the most part is about that light, and he's got hands. I think DaBaby would wash YK Osiris. Like, we didn't need to have an ambulance on site for that fight. Like, literally medics on site ready to go, already with stethoscopes or whatever in hand, because they need to be fucking ready if that fight ever happens. DaBaby, I would guess DaBaby would win that one. So that's another L for YK Osiris. Then he moved on to Desiigner. I don't know why he's choosing every tall guy in rap, but Desiigner sounds like Future, looks like Blueface. Because yeah, they looked exactly the same as Blueface fighting YK Osiris, which is a really tall guy, and you know, a really short guy, really short, quick guy. But Desiigner, you could tell, has also had no formal boxing training. He didn't even know what the fuck he was doing, it looked like. And they actually threw punches there. Desiigner was kind of just laughing the whole time, like, this is ridiculous. I feel like I'm fighting my little brother here. He's all gung-ho, the little 19-year-old Desiigner. Desiigner's only 23, but still, it's like, I don't know. YK Osiris is like that little kid who's always pumped up to play. He always wants to play tackle football or play soccer or this or that. He's got so much energy, and you're like, dude, let's just smoke a blunt and play video games. He's always wanting to go ride bikes or this or that. That's what type of kid YK Osiris reminds me of. But hey, no big deal. Desiigner, yeah, they threw some punches. I think YK Osiris did get him with some shots. He got some headshots. They looked more like jabs. They did no damage or didn't inflict any pain on Desiigner. But hey, YK Osiris landed a few punches. That might be the first time in any of these fights he's landed a few punches. So they weren't like, you know, Tory Lanez street fight crazy hard punches, but they were nice, soft, like pillowy, soft, you know, heavenly punches. They probably almost felt good. They were so soft. So Desiigner ate those, and yeah, they got in a little close together, and Desiigner gave him a right uppercut, hit him real good, and he did that thing where he laughed it off, like, whoa, that was funny, wasn't it? I'm in a lot of pain right now. I'm in a lot of pain. I think my nose is broken. That's kind of what YK Osiris did there, so he went away from him, and I think, you know, Desiigner then started to come at him a little bit, and YK Osiris, I think he literally threw down the boxing gloves and started running. I think he started sprinting away. No, I think he called the fight once Desiigner, like, he was like, oh, that felt good to punch him. I'm going to do it again. And I think YK Osiris knew his knockout was imminent there. It was coming up real quick. So Desiigner won that one. That's a TKO, I'd say, because YK Osiris, it looked like quit. He threw in the white towel, so he's disqualified forfeited. Desiigner gets that win there. Clearly, I mean, Designer's also taller, bigger reach. He could do that, stick his arm out there, and you know, for some reason they can't get around that, I guess. It's like a fucking force field somehow to boxers, but whatever, you know. It's moats to the kid. Whatever, though. I mean, Desiigner clearly won. Yeah, Desiigner won that one pretty much by a landslide. Also, Osiris got in those few rabbit punches, kind of like, you know, McGregor against Mayweather, their rabbit punches. But this time, the Mayweather, he didn't win. Desiigner won that one. And also, Desiigner, I think, is going to have, like, that fucking Tyga comeback, you know. Not the Soulja Boy comeback, but an actual Tyga comeback. I really like Desiigner. He got off good music. I think that's good for him. And I think, I'm excited to hear his new music. I think Desiigner he's only 23. He's got plenty of time. I think he drops some great music and gets back on there. I really like Timmy Turner, what it could have been. I didn't like the final one necessarily, but Desiigner can make some hot songs. He can make some good music. So I think Desiigner, you know, once you get over, he sounds like Future and all that. I saw this old video from his apartment when he was younger, and he can actually just rap normally, like when he's not doing auto-tune and trying to, well, he's trying to sound like Future, but he can actually rap. So I think Desiigner, you know, has the talent and everything, and he's gonna, I don't know if he's released new music lately, but I'm gonna look for it and see if he has a new album or when that's coming out, because I think his next album's primed to be good. He looks different. He looks like he's, you know, reinvigorated, re-energized. So I think Desiigner has the next biggest comeback coming up. Mark my words. You saw it here first on the I Feel Like Rhyming show. Kevin KMACC McCarthy predicts Desiigner biggest comeback coming up this year. We'll say just the rest of 2020 into 2021. Desiigner is going to have the biggest comeback. Mark my words on that. You take that to the bank. You know, I said it. Desiigner, biggest comeback, 2020. I don't know if you want to, if we're even going to want to remember 2020, but hey, you know, Desiigner, I think he really has the chance. We haven't heard from him in a while, and it's like, who wouldn't want to just be interested, intrigued, curious to hear some new Desiigner music? I think he can definitely make the comeback. Even over Fetty Wap. I think Fetty Wap can make a comeback too, because Fetty Wap can make some good music. I don't know what happened, if it was label issues, if it was what, and he sounded the same. You know, he came up with Post Malone, but Post Malone obviously did a little more variety, and you know, he had a weird white guy look and doing rap, so at first we thought he was more of a rapper. Now he's turned into a country singer, so whatever, but that he has a variety of styles then. So, and Fetty Wap just seemed to have the one style, the one, all three of those hits all pretty much sounded the same. They were all pretty much the same song 3 times over. So Fetty Wap, he's gonna have to switch it up, try new stuff, try a different style, something, and he could maybe have a big comeback, but I gotta see that one to believe it. I think that one's gonna be tougher, because everyone sounds like Fetty Wap now. I can find guys who sound like Fetty Wap in 2 seconds if I want. So it's going to be a lot tougher to make that style specifically of music. I know Desiigner's similar, but I don't know. Fetty Wap, I don't know. He was on top of the world for like 15 minutes, and now all of a sudden he's nowhere to be found. He's on a milk carton. Who knows? I don't even know. Is he lost? Is he actually missing? Or do people know where Fetty Wap is? I think someone should look into that, actually. Someone should really look into this. Like, do we know where Fetty Wap is? Someone needs to call someone, because I'm actually now getting a little nervous while I talk about it. Fetty Wap might be missing. So, we should, yeah, someone should investigate that, for real. Anyways, though, yeah.